And hello there, you're welcome to Sister Sister, your favorite all-female talk show on radio and TV. I'm talking about Citi FM and Citi TV. We're also live across sub-Saharan Africa on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182. My name is Jessica. Thanks for joining us again. Shortly, I'll be introducing my sisters to you. Plus, we'll be jumping right into all the messages that we've received, and we'll try to run through as many as we can, as always. But the show is brought to you by Vodafone, Together We Can, Geisha African Strength, and Kel Kids Toothpaste. Happy Smile. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll jump right into the show because time is fast spent. We'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So tonight you can reach us in various ways. You can definitely be part of the conversation. Certainly do not make us feel like we're talking to ourselves, okay? We'd like to hear from you. Our WhatsApp number is 054-998-6996. Prefix it with a country code if you're messaging us from outside the country. That will be +233. Alternatively, you can send an email to jessica@citifmonline.com, or better yet, just find us on Facebook at Sister Sister Live. Like our page, right on our wall, send us a DM. We'd love to hear from you. All right, so at this point, let me say hello to my sisters. They're all here and they're happy. Can't wait to meet you. I have Ceci on my right, I have Gail on my left, and I've got Claudia in Berlin. Ladies,
hello.
How y'all doing today?
We're
you
good.
Okay?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm all right. I see the color of your hair has changed.
Yes, baby.
Is this like going to be a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Watch the space.
So what's the next thing? What's the next color now?
Green.
I leave it to your imagination.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
My imagination runs really wild, so.
We know.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, hello. How do you know this?
Well,
Choose your
see,
next words carefully.
okay,
How do you know this?
Anyway,
Anyway, how have you been? You
good.
okay?
Yeah, yourself?
I'm all right. Thanks for
Lovely
asking.
makeup. You look good.
Thank you very much.
As always.
All right, Claudia, how you doing? You all right?
I'm good. And you?
I'm all right. Can't complain. You
Been a
know.
long it's made it. Yeah, possible adult. Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you. All right, we'll jump right into our messages because, you know, people just want us to get into this thing, not the plenty talk. All right, so here we go. It says, hi, sisters. I'm pregnant and my husband wants an abortion. We've been married for 4 years and this is my third pregnancy with him. Our last child is 7 months old, and because of this and other issues, he wants this one aborted. I don't want an abortion because it goes against my faith and beliefs. And, you know, I've already undergone 2 abortions for him. I've tried to talk my way out of it to no avail. I invited our head pastor and his wife to speak to him about it, but it rather worsened the whole situation because he's a deacon at church. Some months ago, he wanted me to opt for a permanent family planning method, but I refused with the reason that I was scared of the complications that might pop up later. I rather suggested we have sex during my safe period, but he didn't agree to that. Sisters, I'm in so much pain, I don't want to lose this pregnancy because I will be shattered. He's presently not talking to me. He goes and comes as he pleases. He has categorically stated that if I go ahead to have this baby, he will never acknowledge it. Please help. All right. Who wants to go first? Everybody's going like, Claudia, let me come to you, okay?
Hey, people are enduring things. Seriously. So you've had 2 abortions already, and he is not ready to be the responsible adult by having a vasectomy. Instead, he wants you to go for family plan options with the hormonal imbalances and the obesity that comes with it. I don't want to jump the gun, but I don't think your husband is in love. I mean, even if he's in love, this is not love. Okay. That aside, I am a firm believer of your body, your choice.
Hello, Claudia?
Right? How you control, how you control your body. Can you hear me?
Yes, you went off there for a second, but go ahead.
Yeah, the picture first.
Kindly go ahead.
Okay. As I was saying, I'm a firm believer of your body, your choice. Although you are married, you've already had 2 abortions already. That takes a toll on your body. And for me, if he's so serious about not having kids, he should have a vasectomy. And don't go ahead and have baby just because he's punishing you and sort of like coercing you and bullying you into having the child. A deacon who wants to live a double life. So he doesn't want church members to know, the pastor to know that he's coercing his wife to commit an abortion. He wants to be this good man in public, but then when he comes home, he's sort of like emotionally, he forces you to do things that you don't want to do. This is unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy. And even for long term, it's not sustainable. If I'm talking to you now, I will tell you to do what you think is right for you. And from the text, you don't want to have the abortion. So don't have it. And stand your ground. And then the negotiation will start from there. You are not having the baby. So what is happening? Is he leaving? If he wants to leave, what are the options? Does he want to have a vasectomy, which is what he should be doing? I don't know why men in general don't want to have vasectomies, but then they would want to force women to go and do it. And because women are the ones who carry the baby full term, they look at the struggles and then they force themselves into taking contraceptives that doesn't even support their bodies, their hormones, and their daily life. It just changes your whole life. So my final words is, don't have the baby if you don't want to have the baby. Make that clear. And I don't think he's going to leave you. He's probably just bluffing or just sort of like coercing you to go and do it like you did the first 2 times. So make it clear that you're not doing the abortion. So what is the next step? If he wants to leave, you negotiate from there. And even if it ends up in a separation or a divorce, I don't think it's a bad option for you because you are going to keep harming your body at his expense. So have a real think about it. I don't think counseling is going to work. Maybe from the church, he doesn't want it to work from the church. Maybe an outsider, but from what you are saying, he's very strong-headed. So this is quite complicated, but stand your ground. You don't want to have the abortion. Don't have it. It takes a toll on your body. And then you take it from there. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Very well noted. Gail?
You know what scared me? It was the last bit, right? He says he wouldn't acknowledge the baby. If that's so sad.
Yes.
Like, I mean, you made a baby together,
yes.
right? Mm-hmm. You're married. So, and if you had sex with her, you knew you had sex with her. And so definitely the kid is yours. So instead of talking to her or also trying to understand her from her point of view. Like Claudia said, the body is her body. Even though you are married, right? And both of you decide on this is what we want to do. She's the one carrying the baby. It's her body that is going through all the stress. And usually it's not only about the physical, effects, mentally as well. She's pregnant, she should take it out. And she's done how many already? Like 2. Sure. They married for just 4 years. And you already, you said the last born is even just 7 months.
7 months old.
So look at what she's doing to her body within 4 years. You have 2 kids already, I think, or 1 already.
2.
Sure.
That's too much stress. And it's like the guy wants to have the final word every time. Like, yes, it's your body or what? So I'm the man, so I get to say what happens. And I don't think it's right that you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not listening to what the person is saying, you are threatening her, you are giving ultimatums and stuff like that. And now you tell her you will not acknowledge the baby if she has it. It's like, I can't even think beyond that. Like, it's yeah, I mean, but what can she do now? Because like Claudia is saying, then in that case, I don't think there's a marriage going on here. Because there should be communication and negotiations and understanding, consideration and all those things. Yeah, compromise. You understand what I'm saying? She's the one going through it. She says she cannot go through another abortion. And you're insisting she has to. So what do you call this? This is not a marriage. This is like a prison or something. Or are you a dictator or something? I don't get it. I think if I were her, I think she should just have a separation. I agree with Claudia on that because he's not listening to anything, and he's thinking about being a deacon. Yet you go and preach something different in the church, and then you do something different to someone that's close to you. No. For me, I think Charlie, this is just over me. The whole thing is over me. It makes me so angry.
Yeah.
Makes me so
Quite
angry.
upsetting.
Yeah, you can't treat somebody like that. If I were here, I'll leave the marriage. And if somebody tells me divorce is wrong, I'll tell the person he or she is lying, because divorce gives people the option to get out of a crappy situation. It's as simple as that. There's nothing wrong with divorce, because I don't think if you and the person have it going good, you just get up and say, oh, I'm happy with you, but I want to leave. Nobody does that. If you're happy you're there, you wouldn't think of having a divorce. So the divorce is good, and it gives people the option to get out of a situation that is driving you crazy. So if I were her, she should just get out. She should get out and then take care of her. It's her body, it's her baby as well. That's what I think.
Yeah.
No long term, yeah.
Ceci, different opinions?
Not at all. What I picked from it was your body, your choice. But then I would want to go to the beginning. You see, in Ghana, well, fortunately or unfortunately, people go into marriage, a lot of people go into the marriage to say, okay, they'll say that I'm growing, I want to have kids, so I want to get married. That is like the fundamental reason why people get married in our part of the world.
Yeah.
So how did this conversation not come up? Didn't you discuss how many kids you want to have?
Yeah.
Didn't you discuss, okay, I don't want to have more than 4 kids. I want to have just 2 kids. Didn't that discussion come up? I don't get it. So how is it that now you are getting married, you start having kids, and then you get pregnant, and then he wants you to
Abort it.
Threatening you,
abort it,
actually.
and threatening you
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Me, the acknowledgement is not my problem. Me, I think it runs deeper than that. Does she have something she's doing for herself? Is she earning an income? Because me, if it's just acknowledgement, if you don't acknowledge me, I won't come out with 1 kidney. I won't come out with 1 leg. I won't come out with 1 eye. Everything will be intact. So acknowledgement is not even my problem.
Yeah.
But women get scared of the acknowledgement part because now, okay, the man is not going to take care of the child or something like that. You see? And this thing tends to handicap us as women when we don't have anything doing for ourselves. And then now when the man says, I won't take responsibility, then you are all over the place.
But what she's going through, is it not worse than him not going to take? What difference will it make if she still stays in there and she's going crazy?
I get that. But you see, if she doesn't want to go, there's something that is holding her back. And I'm beginning to wonder what it is. And my mind is, I may be wrong, but exactly. My mind is going towards the financial bit. Because if you are financially stable and powerful to be able to take care of your kids, I'm sure she would have been gone by now. Okay? And like Claudia rightly said, he's living a double life. Your head pastor has come to talk to you, but the thing has worsened, which means that he has no intention of changing his mind. So like I said, my problem now is you didn't discuss kids. I don't understand. So your body, your choice. You see, anytime there are consequences to truncating a natural process. There are consequences. It's going to take a toll on your body. Okay, because it's a natural thing. Then you go like, I won't do. Even the birth control, there's a reason why you have all those side effects, because you are truncating a natural process.
Yeah.
You see, you are tampering with your cycle. You know, when you do this now, there's heavy bleeding, there's this, there's that. Of course, we have choices. You just choose the one that works for you. Okay, but at the end of the day, there are still consequences, no matter how big or small they are. So, I'll repeat, your body, your choice. If it doesn't acknowledge, apart from the fact that unless maybe you don't have something doing for yourself or you are not financially stable, acknowledgement, it is not enough reason for you to worry.
Acknowledgement means maybe he wouldn't cater for the kid. Do you think that's what a man means? Like,
because everything.
Because whether he says or not, everybody knows she's with him. So whether what he means is he will not maybe cater for the kid financially, but everybody knows that that's his. So that's not what she's worried about.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if you are not going to acknowledge the child.
Because see, the guy also talked about family planning, whatever. She said she wouldn't do that one as well. But there's so many things she doesn't want to do.
But family planning goes both ways.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. But I don't think
on women
most of the time it's on the women.
It goes both ways. If you don't want I want to have. So if you don't want to have, you are my husband. You are the only one that I sleep with.
The man is threatening her. Did you hear the last bit?
No, we heard
everything. You didn't threaten to kill me. You threatened not to acknowledge the child.
But is that a marriage? Will you want to be in that? Will you want to be in that environment?
That's why I'm saying that. If it is not working for you, that's why I told you that if it was me, I would have been gone a long time ago. Especially if I am financially stable or financially powerful to be able to cater for the kids.
So if you're not, you stay. So if you're not, you
stay until you can.
Exactly.
But then if you stay, you have to do the abortion.
No, you don't. It's not by force.
So
would you come and yank the child out of my womb?
You can't. Okay, so the guy says he will not acknowledge anything. So you'll be there with him and be there.
Yes.
And the guy said
until I can.
What if he says I will not give you also money to feed yourself?
You see?
Do you think you can go that far?
You just mentioned money.
I'm saying if you can go that far, then this is not even a man you want to be with in the start.
Exactly. That's what I said from day one.
Here's what I think. Yeah.
Yes.
For me, I'm actually in total shock.
That
a man who is fathering a baby, and not just any man, you're a deacon, you're someone in the church. You will say, you can open your mouth to say that you will not acknowledge another human being that you have created.
Yeah, that's clearly.
Like I'm completely.
That's why I think I couldn't say much because it's
lost.
just.
How does that happen? Like you won't acknowledge the child. Be there. And what does the Bible even say?
Because my problem now is, it's like he has left everything to the woman.
Her, yes.
You are not helping with the situation.
Forget that's it.
Okay, you have just thrown everything to her. Do something about it.
That's it. Meanwhile, you made a baby with
child. Go and have a vasectomy.
That's it.
Until then, I'm having the child.
Wear a condom.
Exactly.
That's not
what happened to that.
Exactly.
Claudia, you want to say something? Yeah, go ahead.
It's a common problem. It's serious. For me, I'm not really shocked. Because always in relationships, and especially in marriages, even in dating scenarios where they are actively having sex, the woman has the burden of taking precautions. Yeah. So maybe we have to the brother issue, and I mean, in the whole society, we need to have a conversation about this shared responsibility when it comes to family planning. Because I have heard this far too many times. They literally threaten you until you do it. Even in Christian marriages. One story I heard, the marriage also almost fell apart because the guy was saying he doesn't want a child and he had gotten a third one. And she's like, did I impregnate myself?
Exactly.
So it's a common issue. Maybe we need to have a conversation about it. Yeah. Women are under immense pressure to keep their bodies intact. And you're also supposed to snap back after this pregnancy and sex again.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a whole lot, and it's rather unfair because
one last thing.
Sure.
So I will let her shoulder a bit of the blame because already she said that
she's done too for him,
and she also said that it is against her whatever her beliefs and that, and the fact that she did it. Broke that and then did it. He thinks that he can
do it again. Yes,
and so
she was even forced to do the other two. She must have
but the guy now
her
thinks that now if you have been able to do it, if you tell me that it is against your beliefs and you went away to you went ahead to do it, I'm sure that I can force you to do this one too.
Yeah, but I've changed my mind. I don't want to do it this time.
Exactly.
Because the body is taking too much stress.
If the tables were turned and the woman doesn't want to have and the guy wants to have, the onus is on her to now
protect herself
because she's the one going to go through all that because pregnancy changes your life. So it is her decision.
This is a really tough
subject.
I find it really upsetting.
Subject.
Very, very touchy. You know, where it's like when it comes to contraceptives or stuff like that, it's like the burden is completely on the woman. I think it's really unfair, and a lot of men, if watching the show, if you'll acknowledge it, like a lot of you will not even suggest any kind of contraceptive for yourself, be it maybe a permanent one, or even something as simple as a condom for different reasons. Yeah, they'll tell you, oh, I'm allergic to latex, and all that. We've heard the whole gamut of excuses. But you know, it's a two-way thing. The woman can't get pregnant by herself.
Yes.
So if you don't want kids, then do something about it. And if she is uncomfortable using contraceptives that will alter her hormones, give her hair in places she doesn't want, put on weight, and listen, like the number of women that I've spoken to, I mean, and this is not to say that contraceptives are bad, but not everybody reacts to them well. And that's okay. It's the way the human, you know, our bodies work.
True.
So you should consider, if you love this woman, and you consider all the stuff that she's going to have to go through.
She's done enough for the team already. You should take one for the team.
The guy
should take one for the team.
Take one for the team as well.
She's done enough.
That's all we're saying.
He's not considerate.
Anyway, Charlie, me, I'm not sure about this deacon, but yeah.
Deacon.
God is love.
By now, the fans that he's getting from church,
Charlie. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Daddy.
Making big prayers. You know, Charlie, let me read messages. Nanama says, keep the baby there. As for the permanent family planning, politely tell him to do it himself, since a man can also have it done. Selassie says, Deacon Impunye, Lord have mercy. Keep it, my sister. That's tomorrow's star of the family. More strength, I pray for you. Mami, Jamal Yaleon. Did you impregnate yourself? Why do some men behave like animals? He's the one who needs a vasectomy if he doesn't want more babies. This is very annoying. Kojo says, our orientation is just not right. Sex, childbirth, family planning is and should be the joint responsibility of both partners. Does it always have to be the woman's headache? No. Please keep the baby and try to reach a consensus after the baby's born. There's so many ways to prevent pregnancies. Mimunatu says, Deacon Punye boy, Madam, keep the pregnancy. He will surely come around. Abigail says, so why didn't you use a contraceptive when you know very well your husband isn't up for another kid? There are other options apart from permanent ones. You messed up, accept it, and stop making your husband look bad in front of others. And why would you even involve a third party? How will he face the head pastor now? It's like, I bought plus you cry. I can't believe this is from a woman.
Just, you see what I was talking about, the brother societal problem that we have?
Yes, I cannot believe this is from a woman. But hey, it's her opinion. She's entitled to it. Daniela says, God, some women are suffering too much. Please give them wisdom to walk away from relationships when they see the red flags. Madam, the kind of husband you have, only prayer can change him. But even the so please pray at midnight. You will see results.
Oh wow!
She ends that message with. And finally, also says, such a coward, Deacon Punye, leave his shattered life alone and have your baby. We'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we really needed that break. Tempers are calm now. It's 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV. This is Sister Sister, a relationship talk show. So we'll go into our next message. Remember, your comments are welcome on 054-998-6996. This message says, hi, sisters. I recently found out that through a mutual friend, my boyfriend will be leaving the country in 2 weeks for work. And as we speak, he still hasn't said anything to me about it. To the best of my knowledge, we don't have any issues. So I don't know what's going on. Worse is that he keeps making plans with me as if he's not traveling. I'm very confused. What should I do? Gail.
I'm confused. What is this?
What is this?
Crazy. Crazy.
Well, I don't know how serious you guys are, like the two of you. Maybe you are taking the whole relationship like a World Cup thing, and maybe he doesn't, because if you guys are really serious, I don't think he'll be so shady hiding things from you. So, I mean, let him go. Let him go.
But won't you ask him?
Somebody else told. Maybe she doesn't want to,
but why not?
Sometimes, well.
No, but why not? That's my question.
Well, okay, well, me, I really don't know. I mean.
What would you have done in her shoes?
If I heard something like that.
Let him go.
You say?
You let him go like that.
Yes. Keep quiet and let him go.
Because you see, he didn't tell me. Imagine I'm with you. I think I have something serious going on with you. And obviously, you don't think the same. What am I going to talk about?
No, but at least find out for clarity, no?
then you should have told me. What's wrong with telling me?
But what's wrong with asking?
Okay, fine. The thing is that I heard it from somewhere. That's why I'm sounding that way. I heard it from someone else.
Yes.
And it hurts.
That's why you don't ask.
Yes, because you didn't tell me, and you're still acting like everything is fine. You're not going anywhere, and it hurts me. So why would I ask you? Because what's the big deal? What are you hiding? It wasn't like they said you're going to rob a bank or something. You're traveling for work. Why can't you tell me? So maybe the relationship you guys have, you think there are no issues, but maybe there are issues. So obviously there are issues because you thought there were no issues. There's some people when there's an issue, they will not even say anything. They like to sweep things under the carpet. So you are with the person thinking everything is fine because nobody's saying anything. But then there'll be a lot of red flags and things that you have not brought to light, if I should put it that way, because you maybe they're like, I don't want to rock the boat and things. So you are there.
The boat will rock you.
So yeah, so,
Exactly. You don't rock the boat.
well, listen, see, it's because of where the story is coming from. You said someone told you.
Yeah, but just ask. Like I don't. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Me, some certain things, I feel like I should just leave it because what will he tell me? Okay, I come to you. This is what this person. Okay, this person told me you're traveling. How come you didn't tell me anything? What will he say?
No, just is it true?
Is it true? Yes.
Yeah.
So
then you can begin to pick up a serious conversation from there. But at this point, when you don't ask him, it's like you're just assuming. For all you know, this person is lying. For all you know, he is actually traveling. Like, would you rather not know and sit there guessing for the next 2 weeks until he actually goes? We don't have time.
It's the same as being in a relationship with somebody and then you hear rumors of the person cheating.
Yeah, and then you don't ask.
Are you going to keep quiet? Will
Or
you
you
ask?
try and catch them.
yeah, me, that's how I operate.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm like,
What do you think, Ceci?
Okay, so sister, you are in the relationship all by yourself.
True that. Most likely.
Yeah, because the guy is traveling out of the country. Is it? For work. Well, maybe I'm thinking two things. So either this relationship or non-relationship is over, or he's not actually traveling for work. Maybe he's going to do something else.
whichever. Why are you quiet about it?
But, I mean, I'm still coming to the issue at hand. So, for me, straight to the point, I think I'm going to ask. Then, based on the answer that you give me, I am going to now get serious and ask you that. I'm the one with you, so how is it that I'm hearing it from someone else? Why wasn't I the first to know? And it's like you are pretending as if nothing is happening. Because when you are traveling, especially when you are traveling now that we have COVID running about, you now have to go and do COVID tests and have testament to the fact that you don't have COVID. You have to make sure that your papers are intact and stuff like that. You are running all over the place. But you are pretending that nothing is happening.
And you're making plans.
Yes, and you're making plans.
To chill in 3 weeks' time.
Exactly. You Bob. So, for me, I'll ask you. Then, based on my answer, I'll know what to do. But already, you should be thinking that, well, you should not assume. So, definitely, me, I won't assume. I'll do small assumption. Small pay. But that is like psyching myself to know what to ask you. Of course, they're rocking the boat. If you don't rock the boat, the boat will end up rocking
if you do that, that means every little thing you hear, will you come and ask?
Girl,
every
this is not little.
You come and ask.
This is not little. You're traveling.
But if it's hiding things from you, for me, the way I work and see, the way I work, if I'm with somebody, I don't think it's everything that you, I have to come and ask you. You on your own has to be accountable. If you feel you're doing something, you should be able to tell me, hey, this is what I'm doing. What do you think about it?
I get that. That is the ideal situation.
So if you're not telling me, to me, I see the relationship not to be serious. That's how I think. As simple,
but
I will not waste my time.
It's serious. That's
what I thought.
That.
So that's what I thought. And I'm getting to know that it could not be. So you have to back off a bit. That's how I work. You don't. Yes. So So now you said you just heard it. So relax a bit. For all you know, you may tell
that's
you.
What
I don't understand.
Maybe last minute you'll tell him, because see,
last minute.
For all you know, like you said earlier, you said something like maybe it's not even true.
Yes.
People like to say things. So if you don't take care, you'll be here every day, go
why
and
don't you
confront the
ask?
guy. So wait a
That's not a
bit.
confrontation.
Maybe he's going to come to you. How about that? Well, if it's ready.
How does it go round?
Let me tell you the way I operate.
Tell me.
When I'm planning something, I don't tell people because it might not work. And I don't have to explain to everybody I've told that this is what happened. I like to wait. When I'm sure, I'm like, Charlie, this is what I'm doing.
The person in your life, but you have told somebody, you heard it from someone else.
How do you know the person heard? Do you know how the person heard the story? We all don't know.
Definitely it came from him. Definitely it came from him.
No, this
maybe his friend might not have heard it from him directly, but it went round and then it got to her.
Okay.
Me, I'll ask.
That's even worse.
I'll ask.
That's
when
fine.
I realize he's gone, then he can do whatever he wants.
Let's bring Claudia. Hold your horses, lady. Let's bring Claudia in. Talk to me.
I have a very, 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 very different opinion on this one.
Okay, let's hear it.
First of all, I'll ask him, like the moment she's actually wasted time. The very moment that friend, whether by voice or oral, she should have, or by text, that very moment you confront him.
Sure.
Whatever he tells you, you take it from there. But let's also bear in mind that we live in a very superstitious society where people feel that even if I tell you I'm traveling and it doesn't happen, because maybe he's been bounced so many times. And so now he's sort of like, I want to be sure I'm going.
Exactly.
And I can give you a personal experience here. I used to do that a lot, especially when I was looking for jobs. And these were very serious relationships. And that was because initially we'll be so happy about it. I go, it's a no. And then it's like a week of just being by myself. So at some point I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell this person until I get the offer letter. But the catch was, he also lost his job. And then he also decided not to tell me. So on the day he got a new job and he broke the news to me, I was so sad. And that is when I actually realized what I had been doing, the impact that was having on him. It hurts, but there's a history to it. I'm sure this friend probably might be the one that he was working on the papers or the traveling documents with. Maybe there's a story. Maybe he's been bounced so many times, or he might even be superstitious. And the pastor is saying, don't tell anybody until you buy your ticket or until you are going tomorrow. So I want to believe that there's a very special reason for not telling her. It could also be that he doesn't see a future with her. Even that, especially when he doesn't see a future with her, he would have started misbehaving. But according to her, everything is fine. So whatever she's doing now, she should stop and ask him now. But I suspect that guy is a very superstitious guy. He doesn't want any spirits to spoil his thing. That's what I want to believe, because I've been like that before. And it takes a lot of maturity to say that I don't care, to hell with it. If I lose it, I lose it. We share the pain together. We go through the loss together. But people deal with it differently. But whatever the case is, ask him now. Yes. But I wouldn't take him not telling me. I mean, it will hurt you. But maybe because I've been a culprit in the past, I'm kind of like...
That's why.
That's why.
Yeah. But bad before. From experience and saying that, when he did it to me, that was when I saw the pain. That was like the turning point. I was like, this guy, even this morning I saw you. So when you were going to the interview, we were texting in the train. You didn't tell me. That was when I realized the pain. So it's normal how she's feeling. So she should ask him now. But she shouldn't take him not telling her as maybe he's going to do something bad or he doesn't trust her. There's a story to it. And she has to find that story.
Yeah. So, Ceci, you say ask, right?
Yes.
Claudia says ask. I say ask. You say
why did he do that? Like you should
No, I'm just pulling your legs. I'm just pulling your legs. Okay, cool. So next one here says, good evening, sisters. I have a problem and I hope you can help. I've been married for the past year, and trust me, everything has been great. Issue now is that for the past 3 weeks, my wife's food has been tasting very bad, and I don't seem to know what the issue is. She doesn't seem to share the same sentiments with me. I think there's something up with her, but when I ask her, all she says is that she is fine. She also insists that she cooks even when I don't order in. I'm now scared that I may eat some poisonous thing one of these days. Please help. How else should I tackle this?
Izibana. Wow.
This is
Do you know what's like strike me from this thing? The poisonous pattern.
Yeah.
That is worrisome. But let's not panic just yet. Okay, so it's been what, 3 weeks,
Yes.
if I heard correctly. Okay. Cooking, eh? We all have our bad days. There are times when the food doesn't go the way you have imagined it or pictured it. We all have our bad days, but it's our food, so we eat it anyway. But then for 3 weeks, that's a bit worrisome. So, well, for the takeout part, I don't think you should ask. Okay, so even if he wants to order in, she says no, don't order in. Okay, not every woman will be happy about the fact that, you see, everybody processes things differently. If maybe I cook something, you tell me that is not nice, I'll feel really bad. I think I'll be moody for like 1 week. Okay, but everybody has their way of, processing it, and it's like she seems to not agree with you every time you complain. Okay, so I think she has trouble accepting the fact that the food didn't taste that good. But apart from that, I also think that there could be an issue she's dealing with, because for 3 weeks, that's a bit of a stretch. Okay, so probably there's something she's dealing with. Maybe you should pay more attention to her. And by doing so, I'm not saying that be monitoring or something of the sort, but I think maybe sometimes you can offer to help in the kitchen. For instance, you can offer to, if you are not a good cook, or maybe you can offer to cook.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you go like, honey, can you please relax? I'll make dinner. Or maybe, and even takeout. Even though she says that I don't like the takeout, I'm sure there's some fried rice or jollof in some joints be that she really likes. You don't really need to ask her, just bring it home. And sometimes you may just offer to help her in the kitchen. If you're not really a good cook, maybe you can say that I'll chop the onions for you. Then maybe by so doing, you are sort of monitoring how she's going about it. Because if you are worried that you are going to take in something poisonous, that is quite worrisome. Okay, so maybe you can just be in the kitchen with her, help her out, just watch how she's doing her thing and see how the food turns out. Then maybe from there, you know what to do. But I think the poisonous part, I mean, I'm repeating it because it's a problem, okay, that you think that you imbibe something that is poisonous. So, like I said, one of the things you can do is to help her out in the kitchen. And then maybe take her out so that she can breathe some fresh air. Talk to her, okay? Maybe she might not be open at first. Maybe it's something she doesn't want to tell you, okay? If you try and try, maybe you can get a friend to talk to her. Because I think probably there's something up with her that she's not being open about. So that's just my take.
Okay. Gail, what do you think?
You see what I always say, that when it comes to cooking and the home chores and stuff, it shouldn't be left to the woman alone. Usually when you ask mostly African men, yes, I've said it. I mean, don't come and chew me for that, but that's what it is. Like most African men choose partners based on she can cook, she can clean. Well, me to my ideal man is someone who can make a home and cook as well, because look at what's happening. The whole story is centered on
the woman. The
cooking, and it tastes bad. And what are your hands there for? You to go and cook. Do you understand? You can equally cook as well. If you think you're scared, you said, because now it's like you're scared your life is in danger because of how he put it. So it's not even about the cooking. The fact that you can't even trust your own wife her food that she said she could poison you. I don't know what he means because
there's something deeper.
Yes, deeper than just the food. Because that's why he said he's scared of something, but yet you said everything is going on well. But deep down somewhere, you have there's your conscience. There could be something that you're doing that you know that something. Yes, you know sometimes. There's something. Because why would you think that way? Why would you think that way? Suddenly for 3 weeks. And you're like, you're scared. That's how he's sounding. It goes beyond that. So I don't know what it is. But if you think you're going to base everything on the food per se, then use your 2 hands.
But
it's your stomach.
He said that he wanted to even offer to bring takeout. She says no.
As she said, maybe she's the kind of woman that, wants to. There's some women who are like, I need to, if my husband doesn't eat my food, like, she wants to die. He doesn't eat my food.
That is saying.
Oh, but you, Charlie, that's what we hear.
That's a bit much.
That's what we hear. Like, not die literally.
I know what you mean.
But it's like, he didn't eat my food. Charlie, how many kills them?
At this point, he's giving you a heads up saying, babe, I want to order a takeout and bring it home. And you're saying no.
She still wants to, so bad, you see.
What's your problem?
Because maybe the person's been cooking, you said she's been cooking for you the last 3 weeks. Suddenly you want to order in.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
So that's variety.
Now the thing has changed.
So then there's an issue that the guy says there's nothing going on. Maybe there's a communication problem going on. Because there's nothing wrong if somebody brings a takeout, like you said. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Like if once in a while you guys want to eat out, go out and eat out. But maybe that's how they live in their home. He prefers the woman, maybe always she has to be cooking. So if I've been cooking, and then suddenly you are telling me my food is tasting something, we should go and order out. So there's nothing wrong if you eat out, but it's the story that they brought. See the way the story is. You've been cooking for her, and then suddenly for 3 weeks you say the food tastes bad.
But if it tastes bad, you shouldn't say it.
No, I'm not saying. No, yes, you see, he didn't say, and yet he says it tastes bad, and I think she might poison me. Are you listening to the choice of words?
The choice of word here.
But whoever died from food that tastes bad, we will be when we're growing up. We used to eat
slow
food that is rotten meat. Rotten meat is bad. No, we used to eat that like kids. We eat all kinds of things. See, unripe mangoes and things. We've eaten all kinds of things. It never really killed anybody, but you're using the word poison. You use the word, and that's where I'm standing on. The guy is scared. The guy is scared the woman for 3 weeks, every day. So maybe I'm sure he thinks she's putting something in the food.
But why? That's the question.
So then there's something going on in there.
Masa, check your life.
So either you guys sort out your issue, and then in the meantime, go and learn how to cook as well. So that you can also cook for her.
Claudia, how far?
Simple.
This whole problem is because we've made cooking a sentimental chore in marriage. A good woman is someone who likes to cook. Like men have actually decided that a survival skill like cooking, they're going to leave it in the hands of another adult. And so women have also picked up on this and sort of have attached their good womanhood and sometimes even self-esteem to cooking. So if her husband is not eating her food, it's a big deal. If you don't eat my food, that's your problem. But that's not the issue today. But I'm saying that he should stop eating the food immediately. Why do you feel compelled to eat her food? You have made it clear that the food is not good for me. And the poisonous bit, I think perhaps he feels because it's not being cooked properly, there might be some chemical imbalance somewhere and then it might affect me.
Let's test laboratory.
Didn't sound like
so
that.
There's another option. I mean, you can eat
scientist thing.
Even in Ghana, sometimes if you don't cook food properly, like granite soup, you might run for like a week. So perhaps he has all these suspicions and fears, but maybe it might be medical. So the wife should probably see a doctor, complain that she's lost her sense of taste. I'm being the devil's advocate here. Let's just say she's sick.
Maybe
she's lost her
for 3 weeks.
Sense of
like, you know that.
No, serious.
3 weeks.
Yeah, maybe she's like, because you
might
could lose the sense of
lose
taste and smell.
Oh,
you get it?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
But for 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, maybe it's now coming back. You understand? But I'm just saying, it's totally. No, I'm happy you said that. Maybe. It's totally possible. You could lose your sense of taste and smell and start to cook. Your food won't taste well. Possible.
True, Mom.
Yeah. Even COVID, you lose your sense of taste.
Exactly.
That's
I remember this weekend I was cooking and then I had to let someone else taste for me because at some point I wasn't really
sure.
Something was bitter.
Yes.
So I was like, please come and taste this for me because I can't really taste the thing.
And it happens
so
when
I got
you're
a second opinion. Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good point.
Well, okay. I'm going to try to squeeze in this very last story that just hit my phone. I'll probably give you guys like a minute each. But it says, "Hi, sisters. I'll be getting married soon, and I have a major fear now. I'm a virgin. And my friends keep telling me that the first time is very painful. To be honest, I'm not ready for any excruciating pain. Should I postpone this wedding till I'm mentally there, mentally ready?"
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Ceci.
Okay, so marriage. Marriage, sex. Well, if you are not ready, see, you know what? Stop listening to your friends, okay? There's so much information out there. Can you take some time to read about these things? Because you are not the first time, and you won't be the last. So read about it, because on the internet you find people's experiences and stuff like that. Everybody is different. Maybe it was painful for them, but it might not be painful for you. And also you should have that conversation with your fiancé, okay? Because he's the one going to do it anyway. So you should have that conversation with him, talk about your fears and all that. Maybe he can do something to allay your fears and all that. But if it is taking a toll on the fact that maybe you want to postpone your marriage, then probably you're not ready for marriage.
Yeah. Gil?
So suddenly, because you're going to tie the knot, now it's everything is standing on
the sex.
Breaking your virginity. That's ridiculous for me. But anyway, I always say that before you get married, you need to know the important bits before. So for me, I prefer you find out what's going to go on between you and him before you tie the knot. That's me.
Test drive.
Yeah, because people always say wait before you get married. Then they'll go and get married and they'll realize that they're not even sexually compatible. Yes, in terms of their organs. That's what I mean.
Wait,
the fit.
As in one is too
square.
Small.
Yes,
Yes,
the fit is not right. Maybe yes.
My God.
And me, I'll say they need to do that first. And there are so many
ways. But you can expect without having to do it, so it's not the same.
Today they're white. So it's like I feel they should try it first, and at the end of the day the person can be gentle, there are lubricants and stuff like that, because whether I like it or not, it will happen unless you don't want to ever have sex. So then you should do it if you feel it didn't go well for you, and then you forget about the marriage totally.
Claudia?
Yeah, it's all misinformation out there. She sounds educated. She should read. And sometimes some of these, I don't know, if you are getting married and you can't even discuss this with your partner. This is a basic issue that you should even laugh and just about it, be fantasizing the positions what you'll be doing that night. And there you bring it up that you are actually scared. And then the two of you can figure something out. If it means going for counseling or seeing a sex therapist before. But once she's mentioned that it's affecting her mentally, I would want her to take her time until such a time that she feels mentally prepared. And if it means breaking the issue down with her partner and seeking outside help, counseling, but listening to her friends is never helpful. See an expert, talk to an expert, and you and your husband-to-be start talking. This is basic.
Yeah.
That's why we say try things out sometimes, but people won't.
Why are you looking to the side right? Try it out, but you don't go for it.
Oh boy. I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it bothers you that much, then, definitely have that conversation.
Slow down.
Definitely slow down. But unless, of course, you don't want to have kids, that's not, it's going to have to happen some way, somehow.
Yeah, so.
And some men can actually be really gentle. I know a friend who told me it took him 3 days to break his wife's virginity.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yes, he was, because every time he tried, it was
painful, and
his heart broke
his patience.
anytime she, she showed any kind of pain. It took him 3 days. So men who can actually do that. So just have that conversation. And then let him know where your fears are. And I'm sure you are later.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your time. Gail,
welcome.
Ceci, Claudia. Yeah, and a big shout out to our sponsors as well. Vodafone, Together We Can, Geisha, African Strength, and Kel Kids Toothpaste, who give us happy smiles. We'll catch you on the next episode of Sister Sister. Goodbye for now.